everybody, namaste and salam alaikum people. Hi, this is Mariya Khan, your master teacher of biology here at Vedantu. Guys, welcome to the second session on the chapter How Do Organisms Reproduce. I hope that you really enjoyed the content of session 1. If you haven't watched it, go watch the premiere session and let's continue with today's session. Okay. So as we already discussed that this chapter deals with asexual reproduction in uni and multicellular organisms, sexual reproduction in flowering plants as well as in human beings, and then comes reproductive health, right, which deals with puberty, contraceptives and population control. So all the topics from this particular chapter are super important and we can't afford to miss even a single one. So yeah, without wasting any further time, let's quickly get started. So if you're excited and if you want that the session should definitely help you for your academics, okay, stay with me right till the end of the session because I'm really going to discuss some questions which can be asked in your examination, the type, the format, the way to answer everything. So my dear kiddos, hit on the like button, subscribe to our channel, don't forget to hit on the bell icon, and yes, do call your friends and ask them to join the session too. Chalo, let's get started. So if I hide myself a bit for a moment, see, this is the schedule for my upcoming session. So this is the second session, that is today is 26th of March. And then on 29th and 30th of March, I'll be coming, the session of mine will be premiered at 9 p.m. Okay, so stay tuned. And then this is the schedule of Shilpi ma'am, Anup sir for physics, Gopal sir for mathematics, Shweta ma'am's sessions on English, and then our favorite Chintu sir, Ananya sir, who will be dealing with social sciences. Okay, so stay with us, and now bacha party, let us quickly get started. Okay, so section A, which is a 2-marker. Now the question over here is, on his recent trip, Rakesh learned about the concept of pollination. Okay, but he is still confused why pollination is necessary for fertilization to occur. Now the question is for 2 marks, right? And the answer has to be very short and crisp. He is still confused why pollination is necessary for fertilization. So define pollination. The transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma is known as pollination, right? Now why is it necessary for fertilization? So you have to mention that the female gamete is non-motile, which is present within the ovule. When the male gamete gets transferred onto the sticky stigma of the female part of the flower, only then it germinates to form a pollen tube, and with the help of the pollen tube, the male gametes are able to reach till the egg cell. And thus, only after pollination, fertilization can occur, right? So you have to mention all these steps, okay? So see, pollination is the process where the male gametes reach till the female gamete. In case of plants, the pollen grain reaches on the top of the stigma. Okay. Now, pollination is of 2 types, self and cross pollination. Now, if the male gamete doesn't reach till the female gamete, fertilization will not happen. Zygote will not be formed. So, thus, pollination is very essential for fertilization. Okay. You may write it in your own words much better than what has been presented over here. The points which I mentioned earlier, you can write in the exact same manner. Okay, so hit on the like button, guys. Chalo, moving further. Now this is the diagram. Of course, it's an amoeba. What is the event? Event is of course binary fission, right? Now are the 2 cells in stage 4, that is stage D, genetically identical? Yes, because it's a uniparental reproduction, a sexual mode of reproduction where the single parent is dividing to give rise to 2 daughter cells. So of course it has to be genetically identical. Name any other organism where such type of events occur. You may write paramecium, you may write leishmania, you may write euglena, you may write bacteria. Jo likhna hai likh lo. Okay. So yeah, that's binary fission. So mention the answers in the way they have asked. Okay. Ensure that you write your answers in points. So this is the answer for you all. Okay, shall. Proceeding further. The yeast cells fail to multiply in water, but they multiply rapidly in sugar solution. Similarly, bread mold grows profusely on a moist slice of bread, but not on a dry slice? Give one reason. So yeast and bread mold, both are fungi. What do they require? They require three things: nutrition, warmth, and moisture. These are the three parameters which are essential for their growth. I repeat again: warmth, moisture, and nutrients. So if yeast cells are placed in water, there is no food. But when it is a sugar solution, sugar acts as nutrients for the yeast. So yeast will absorb nutrients, it will grow, and after growth, of course, multiplication. Okay, as simple as that. Then second, bread mold. It grows profusely on moist slice because yes, they require food, warmth, moisture. Moisture is there. On a dry slice, there is no moisture, which is very important for the fungi to grow, fungal spores to germinate and grow. Okay, yeah. So that's question number 3, A part. Now it is or. Yeah, so that or the next one. Okay, what is a clone? Why do offsprings formed by asexual reproduction exhibit remarkable similarity? So genetically similar individuals are, genetically identical individuals are called as clones, right? Now, why do offsprings formed by asexual reproduction exhibit remarkable similarity? Simple. Uniparental reproduction. There is no mixing of genetic material and the parent usually divides to give rise to daughter cells and thus they are genetically similar. Okay? लिख सकते हो? Yeah. यहाँ पे कुछ तो हाँ यहाँ. So this is the A, उसका आंसर है and this is B, ये उसका आंसर है. Okay? Great. चलो. Now next. Why is it an advantage for the testis to be situated in the scrotal sac outside the abdominal cavity? Explain the mechanism. Now, all organs in the male body are placed within the abdominal cavity except for testis. They are placed outside the abdominal cavity in a sac called as scrotum. Why? It helps in the production of sperms. For the production of sperms, a lesser temperature, 2 to 3 degree lesser temperature than the body temperature is required, and that can be only maintained outside the body. Okay, and hence the testes are being placed there. Okay. Now explain the mechanism. What is the mechanism? The scrotal sac sags during summers, taking the testis away from the body, away from the heat. Then in winters it shrinks and brings the testicles closer to the body so that the warmth of the body helps in maintaining the optimum temperature. So this is how thermoregulation is maintained by the scrotal sac. Okay, yeah, this is the answer. Okay, next section B, 3 marker. Let's find out. Explain the terms self and cross pollination. When the pollen grains are transferred between one flower or two flowers born on the same plant, self pollination. When the pollen grains are transferred from one plant, from flower born on one plant to flower born on another plant of the same species, it's called as cross pollination. When pollination occurs between two flowers born on two different plants of the same species, it's known as cross pollination. You may give examples always. Okay. Then, what is the significance of cross pollination? It is a source of introducing genetic variation. Name 2 pollinating agents: wind, water, insects, bats, animals. What is the process of, how is the process of pollination different from fertilization? So pollination involves only the transfer of pollen grain from anther to the stigma. That's pollination. Fertilization is the fusion of gametes. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Then justify the following statements. Variations are beneficial for the species over a period of time. Okay, variations. Of course, sexual reproduction involves 2 parents. There is mixing of genetic material. A copy of DNA is being created, which is passed into the gametes, and when the gametes fuse, we see greater variations formed in the offspring and lesser similarities. Now, these variations at times can prove useful for adaptations. Correct? New offsprings produced not just for adaptation, but also for, I mean, it can give a survival benefit, है ना, to adapt and adjust to the changing environment. New offsprings produced by sexual reproduction are similar to their parents but not identical. Same. Sexual reproduction, biparental reproduction, there are gametes involved and a copy of DNA is being created, and the copying of DNA is a biochemical process which is not 100% accurate. These inaccuracies lead to variations, okay, and thus organisms are similar but they are not identical. Then binary fission is different in amoeba and leishmania. Amoeba itself does not have a fixed shape, so when it divides with the help of binary fission, it divides through any plane, and hence it's called as a simple binary fission. Now leishmania, it divides through the longitudinal plane, and hence it's vertical plane, and hence it's called as a longitudinal binary fission. Okay, perfect. Then guys, if you're finding the session to be useful, you know what has to be done. Like, share, subscribe, post me a yo. Then answer the following with respect to the male reproductive system. Name the organ that produces sperms as well as secretes a hormone in human males. Guys, the organ has to be testis, है ना? Name the hormone. It's testosterone. The organ is testis, the hormone is testosterone. Function of testosterone to develop secondary sexual characters in males. It helps in the production of sperms. ठीक है? Okay? Yeah. Then section C, the last section, 4 marker. Okay? Here the question is, a scientist removed few cells from the young bud of a plant and placed in a suitable medium. This medium is nutrient medium. This led to the formation of shapeless lump of mass X. This mass X is of course callus. Now X was later transferred to another medium, another nutrient medium, which stimulated the growth of roots. Now when callus developed roots, it is placed in another medium. It promotes the development of shoot to form tiny plantlets. Okay, ठीक है, because the another nutrient medium had rooting and shooting hormone. ठीक है. Now these plantlets can then be transplanted into pots or soil where they can be grown to form mature plants, of course. Now what is a shapeless X lump? Now we all know that the shapeless lump is what we call it as callus. What name is given to this method? It is called as PTC, plant tissue culture. State any 2 advantages of this method for producing plants. One, it helps in the production of plants in which the parent plant does not produce viable seeds. It helps in producing numerous plants from a small X plant in a short duration. Genetically identical plants can be grown. Plants can be grown in controlled environment. Okay, it is helpful in growing ornamental plants. There are so many benefits. Okay, you can grow multiple plants in very short term. Okay, then there is distinguish between testes and ovaries. So first, ये पूरा देख लो, पढ़ लो. Okay, here's a solution. And the next one, difference between testes and ovaries. Ovaries are a part of female reproductive system. Testis, male reproductive system. Ovaries produce ova. Testis produce sperms. Ovaries produce estrogen and progesterone as the hormones. Testis produce testosterone as the hormone. Ovaries are placed within the lower abdominal cavity. Testes are placed outside the abdominal cavity in a sac called as scrotum. Simple. Okay? Chalo. Then, X and Y are 2 human beings. Organ A in the reproductive system of X releases a mature gamete B once in a month. Okay. So, the organ A in the reproductive system of X. So, this X means female body. Right? Organ A. Organ will be ovary. Right? It produces mature gamete B. B will be egg. Right? Huh. It goes through a funnel-like opening. Yeah. Entering through the infundibulum of the fallopian tubes. The organ D is the reproductive system of Y. makes and releases gamete E, which passes through the duct F and are introduced by an organ of Y. So Y has to be male. Okay, and so see, the organ D releases the gamete E. So D has to be testis. Okay, let me like minimize myself. Okay, gamete E has to be sperm. Okay, which passes through a duct F and are introduced by an organ of Y into the body of X. B and E fuse together. Okay, see, B is the egg, E is the sperm. In C, okay, C क्या होगा? They fuse in the fallopian tube to form G. G will be zygote. Okay, so such kind of I will not say difficult, but little twisted question can be asked. Okay, so out of X and Y, which is male and female? So we all know now X is female and Y is male. Okay, X is female, Y is male. Now name the organ A. Organ A is ovary, right? And gamete B is egg. Now write two names of the tube-like structure, that's C, right? So C has to be fallopian tube. Okay, then name organ D. D has to be testis, and gamete E has to be sperm, है ना? And name G. G is the last one, right? G is zygote. So yeah, this is how we solve this particular question, and I hope you found this to be interesting, informative, and this kind of questions can definitely be asked in your examination. So be prepared. And then is another question, guys. In the surgical method of birth control available for males, the structure A in the reproductive system are cut and ligated at both the ends. ठीक है? In males. So structure A is cut. So what is A? A has to be vas deferens. Okay. Now, this prevents the reproductive cells B from coming out of the organ C. So B has to be sperm cells, right? Which are prevented to come out from the organ C, where they are made in the male body. So C has to be testis. Okay. Now since B cannot come out of the male body, they cannot fuse with D. So D has to be egg cell, right? So A is vas deferens. Okay. B are the sperm cells. C will be the testis, and D will be the egg cell. Okay. What is the name of the surgical procedure for the birth control available to males? Okay, now this is vasectomy, right? है ना? So yeah, here is a detailed solution for every one of you, and I hope you enjoyed all the questions related to this chapter as well. And beta, if you're keen enough to stay with Vedantu, I'll say that this last month of your grade 10 is very important, very valuable, and stay with us because we have a revision sessions planned for you all. Now you will be thinking, ma'am, ek mahine ke liye who will pay fees? Now what if I say that this revision course can be opted by you absolutely free of cost? Eager? Curious to know? Okay. So chalo, let me tell you guys, once your exams are done, you will definitely start beginning the preparation of your grade 11, NEET or JEE, whatever you have decided. So why don't you think of enrolling with us for NEET or JEE? Now if you enroll with us for NEET or JEE, you get this 10th revision course absolutely free of cost, wherein we will be revising you all the important topics of term 2 class 10 for 6 subjects: physics, chem, bio, English, maths and SS. Amazing opportunity, hai na? So join us beta. Let me show you the details. Okay, so if you join our JEE, okay, or NEET batch, of course you get 10th revision term 2 absolutely free of cost, but you get live classes, interactive replays, test series assignments, personalized report card, in-class doubt solving. What else do you need? All this is available with the Pro Lite subscription. Now, if I talk about the price point, the price point after applying my coupon code goes to 59,900 and sorry, without applying my coupon code goes to 59,999, matlab 60,000. But with my coupon code, you get a whooping 4,000 ka discount and the course price would be 53,999. Okay. But I will say this is ekdam fair price. So don't forget to use my coupon code. You can pay in EMIs as well. Okay. Now, if you think that, ma'am, I need a doubts app, मुझे बहुत doubt आता है, ठीक है, go for a classic one. Now, classic is available at 75,000, but with my coupon code, it is offered to you at 67499. Okay. What is my coupon code? Mac Pro again. And then if you need a personal mentor, the course price is 1,20,000, but with my coupon code, it is offered to you at 1,07,999 only. So what are you waiting for, guys? The link has been posted in the description box. Also has been pinned in the comment section. Do click on the link. Enroll with us. Early batches hai bachcho. Enroll fast. Okay, and stay ahead of everyone else. Now it's time for the homework question. In a bisexual flower, in spite of young stamen being removed artificially, okay, the flower produces fruit. Hey, aisa kaise ho gaya? Tell me. Provide a suitable explanation for the above situation. I'm waiting for your answers. Do post your answers in the comment section. And if you found the session to be interesting, like, share, subscribe, post me a yo. Keep noted about my upcoming schedule. Okay. And yeah, let me hide myself a bit. Schedule अच्छे से देख लेना. Okay. And yeah, that's it for the day. Let's meet in the next session. Till then, Allah Hafiz, Milo Wapis, keep watching Vedantu. And this is my mail ID. You can reach out to me for any doubts or clarifications. And enroll with Vedantu using my coupon code, that is Mac Pro. And that's it for the day. Let's meet in the next session. Till then, Allah Hafiz, Milo Wapis, and keep watching Vedantu. Bye-bye. Take care.